This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, welcome guys. Thank you for joining us for the Project Prevent Next Generation December statewide meeting. We have one big announcement, but a couple of little small ones. I have Stephanie with me today, but for one, this will be the last time that we'll meet with you guys until February. So I want to talk kind of a little bit about what you guys can do kind of in between that time, because I know you're going to really enjoy your nice long winter break, and then kind of work on getting back in the groove of things when school starts back in January. But this will be the last time that we'll meet with you guys for a little while. But welcome to our December statewide meeting. And first I wanted to make a couple of, like I said, smaller announcements. We have sent out some of these books. There's a new book, or it's new to us. No Smoking, No Drinking, No Drugs, Meet Mr. Consequences. It's really cute. The mouse is Mr. Consequences. And he just kind of follows this little boy around for making good choices. Again, this would be just an additional book to have for reading to those younger students that you guys work with at your schools or your youth groups. Stephanie, you guys down in El Dorado, if you have some younger kids in your chapter or that come to your center, the book says that it's for kids ages 5 to 11, and I put on here grades K through 4, but if I'm being honest, and you guys will know when you see it, it really is probably better for like kindergarten, first, maybe second grade. I don't know that fourth graders or 10 or 11-year-olds would really care for it, but it's very cute, and a good just another tool to have for you guys for doing different projects and things. I know that has gone over really well, and some of you have even done it virtually and read virtually and made videos. So there's that. And then just a reminder, I think we talked about this last time, but remember the Oregon Wise Guys Windy the Lungs curriculum. So we've given out some of those books in the past. You can still, I don't have any more copies, but you can still purchase these if you have the funds for it and would like to. They're about $10 a piece. And here's the website where you can order those. But we have our coworker, Sarah Harlan, that works here with us at Children's. She has recorded these for some different elementary schools that she works with. So these are posted on our website now, where she has recorded herself reading them. So you're absolutely welcome to use her recordings, and of course use make your own if you choose to do that. But that could still count as an activity for you guys if you coordinated with, let's say, your entire, all of the kindergarten classes at your school to be able to show these videos. They're only about 6 minutes each, 6 or 7 minutes long. So they could all 3 or 4 be done in a class period. And maybe if you guys did want to do that, you could make a recording of yourselves, just introducing yourselves, maybe saying a little bit about Project Prevent, and then explaining the Oregon Wise Guys books, and then allowing them to watch the videos. So just a couple little extra things you guys can do. Most of you are probably finished with your projects for this semester, but this would maybe something that you could do in the spring. And then also in the spring, we are able to provide some some virtual vaping and e-cigarette prevention lessons. This is through the Catch My Breath program. If you want to find out more about it, catchmybreath.org is the website. But they're basically lessons for grades 5th through 12th. So there's different lessons depending on the grade level. But we can provide these, and there are several other partners of ours that we work with across the state that can provide these as well. And there are 4 lessons, depending on the grade level. They each have 4 lessons, and they're about 30 minutes each. It is evidence-based, which is a lot of things that schools look to, especially to meet kind of their educational standards. So if this is something that you might want to work with your school to be able to show it in your 7th grade health classes, then you guys can contact us, and we would love to get that scheduled for you in the spring. And you'll hear more about this when we come back after winter break too, but just to kind of put that little bug in your ear. And then another really neat activity idea for February, and you can do it anytime, but February is National Children's Dental Health Month. And as we have talked about before, and as you know, smoking and dipping and vaping can damage your teeth, your gums, all of the tissues in your mouth. So there is America's Tooth Fairy host a smile drive, and they typically do this in February, but like I said, you could really do it anytime. And what that would be is hosting like a drive at your school or in a community. You could do it at your local library or any place in town where you ask people to donate new toothbrushes, toothpaste, and dental floss. So what I really love about this is those donations, you can choose where they go. So you could donate it back to your own school. You could donate it to a national organization or to your Salvation Army or a local food pantry. But some of the testimonials that they have on their website will just really kind of touch your heart. And there's quotes from kids all over Arkansas that say things like, well, I don't have my own toothbrush anymore, but I use my sister's sometimes. So it's just things like that that make you go, wow, just a kid having their own toothbrush would really make a difference in their life. So the Smile Drive would be a great project. And you can also, of course, tie in education about how tobacco and nicotine use really affects your mouth and damages, like we said, your teeth and your gums and all that. You may even set up on a display with an empty box for them to put the toothbrushes and things in. You might set up like your Mr. Grossmouth model and some information about tobacco too. So you could count that as an activity as well. If you're interested in that, smiledrive.org has all of the information there, and you'll look to host a Smile Drive. Really cute idea. So that's just some ideas for, like I said, maybe when we come back after winter break, you guys will have some things that you want to kind of start planning for February, March, and April. But Stephanie's here, and she's going to kind of just highlight some of the activities that have already been going on in the last couple of months around the state.
Yeah, so obviously, as you guys know, in these meetings, we always love to give shout outs about what everybody's doing, and you guys can see project ideas and maybe get some ideas. And if you follow us, we've been sharing a ton of pictures on social media. We're so excited. We have a huge list of tons of pictures to share. So just know, if you've sent us pictures and you haven't seen yourself yet, just keep tuning in because it's coming. So these pictures on the screen now, these are from Mena Middle School, and they hosted a campus cleanup. So you can see these girls, they're picking up trash at their school. This boy over here has a big sack of trash that they've gathered up from their campus. So super great project idea.
It is, and the tie-in for tobacco litter is just such a great it's just such a great activity to really draw awareness to the fact that cigarette butts are the most littered item in the entire world. And of course, now we're seeing empty like vape pods, those disposable e-cigarettes where people just throw them on the ground. So you can clean up your entire campus, or you could do a local playground or something, but it really just kind of helps draw awareness to the amount of tobacco litter that we see around our schools and places like that. We've had a lot of students in the past that will separately collect cigarette butts and put them in a separate container. And it's astonishing sometimes the amount that you'll see, which is so crazy too, because a public school in Arkansas, it is against the law to even have those products on the school campus. But I promise you, you'll probably still find some.
Also, we've shared a ton of information too about how the e-cigarette cartridges and things are actually, I mean, you would assume, I guess, but are really damaging to the environment too, not just cigarette butts, but like she said, with the e-cigarette cartridges and all
those chemicals. Oh goodness.
So these pictures are Ashdown Junior High, and they read books, hung some signs in their school, and created slideshows. So this is just kind of a mixture of all those different things. I loved this picture in the middle of the girl with, it looks like either her little brother or little cousin or somebody, and she's reading one of the prevention books to him.
I love that too. We always talk about how, you can read to an entire class, but maybe you have 7 or 8 chapter members that all just agree to read to one family member. That can count as a project also. So especially since we're spending so much time at home with family members.
Yeah, it's a great time for that.
Yeah, really good idea.
Love this picture too of the girls who are reading their REACH guidebooks. And again, if some of you guys don't have those yet, we still have a ton. So let us know and we'll get you some. And then again, just like we said, the girls that are hanging the posters throughout their school, and then these girls at the bottom working on some slideshows with information. And this is from Main Street VPA, and that you can see in these pictures, they have a little like poster board they created with different information. And so they actually held like membership drive, as we've seen some other chapters do, which I always think is a really neat idea. They have some information about Project Prevent and about, let's see, take care of yourself in the world you live in. So kind of like we talked about with picking up the cigarette butts and things. So just some information.
Recycling, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's important to keep in mind too that, of course, our focus is tobacco and nicotine prevention, and that's what all of our Project Prevent chapters work on. But you guys, as individual chapters, can work on other, service projects as well. So you can mix it up a little bit. As long as you're still getting that tobacco and nicotine in there, then yeah, you guys can work on a lot of different things.
Just like the smile drive you mentioned.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Dental health and also tobacco prevention. And then another one. So Lavaca Middle School, they also decorated their halls with different posters. Where did you say that you thought they got these posters?
These are from the CDC.
The CDC. So some really great posters you can see in these pictures. And I think you can actually pull these posters from the CDC's website. If not, we have on our resources tab on our website where you can pull some posters. So this is another really easy thing if any of your chapters wanted to do this, is to get some posters and hang those throughout your school.
You know what? This red one with "Don't trade healthy teeth for cigarettes" would be perfect to set up if you did a smile drive.
True.
That'd be a great poster to put kind of with that little display.
Yeah, so some great posters out there if that was something that you wanted to do with your chapter.
Is that it? Okay, here's the big announcement. We've been working for a while. For My Reason to Write has kind of been a project ongoing from Project Prevent for a long time, but we've been working this year to include another piece to this, which is Drawing for a Difference. So both of these projects will open January 11th and they'll run all the way through April 9th. So just to kind of tell you a little bit about each one, because the age ranges have kind of changed up just a little, but this is just about to be added to our website, and all of the information will be there as well. But My Reason to Write is an essay contest, and this is for students in grades 4th through 6th. So 4th, 5th, and 6th graders can write an essay, and there are certain, rules to go along with how long it needs to be and the content and everything. But again, our theme is Reach this year, and they can write an essay to reach family and friends to help them quit tobacco or reach the truth about e-cigarettes and vaping. And prizes are awarded to first, second, and third place winners for each grade. So there'll be a first, second, and third place winner for the 4th grade students all over the state. Same thing for 5th and 6th. And then Drawing for a Difference, which I said is brand new, is for students in grades K through 3rd. So kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd graders can create artwork to help others reach the truth about smoking, dipping, or vaping. So this is, and again, there's rules. It'll be on an 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper. You can find all that on our website, probably starting. Some of it's up now, but probably by next week, we'll have all of this information up on the website. But we're excited to launch both of these statewide projects. We have hundreds that participate in My Reason to Write each year, and we're hoping to have just as many in Drawing for a Difference. So if you fall in any of these grades and you are hopefully involved already in Project Prevent, you hopefully know a lot about what to write about, and we'd love for you to participate, but also to promote it to your entire school or everyone in your church youth group or at your community center. And if you are maybe a 5th or 6th grader, we hope that you'll help promote Drawing for a Difference also. So that's just kind of a big announcement. We're ready to kick this off as soon as we come back from winter break in January. We're excited about that. And let's see. Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know that the Ready, Set, Record Film Festival has a date set for it. Now, Ready, Set, Record is our fall project that's for grades 7th through 12th. So many of you are not in that grade range yet, but you may be in the next year or so. So it might be something that you could learn from by watching this year if you're planning to maybe do it next year if you're in the 7th grade next year. But Ready, Set, Record is a project where students make a 30-second video, and it's kind of like a commercial that's against smoking, dipping, and vaping. And we always have a big film festival in person here in Little Rock, and we show all of the winning videos, and students are given their prize money and their awards, and we usually, you know, have it at a big theater, and it's a lot of fun. But of course, it will be virtual this year. But if you will save the date, that'll be on a Friday night, February the 19th. It'll be at 7 p.m. and we're going to premiere it on YouTube. So we'll be sharing that link. It'll be on the website. I'll send it out many times.
Right.
It'll be on our social media, but you won't be able to access it or open it until 7 p.m. on February 19th. After that, you'll be able to watch it at any time. But we're really looking forward to that and hope that you guys can tune in as well. A lot of things coming up after the break. So as I mentioned, we won't meet with you guys again until February 10th. That's the second Wednesday of the month in February. We do not meet in January. We just kind of take a break and let you guys regroup after the holidays. But I wanted to kind of just ask the question, how can you promote prevention, education, and leadership between now and then? So just to kind of run through a couple of scenarios, and let's say you are home, maybe you are with your immediate family, as well as you see some cousins or some other family members. Maybe you have that one aunt or uncle that you just love so much and they're so much fun, but they smoke and they have talked about quitting. Kind of how can you reach out to them and continue to promote Project Prevent and our core beliefs and the things that we do while you're on break? So let's start with prevention, and let's go through a couple of scenarios. Maybe you have, like I said, cousins that you don't see very often, and maybe they are talking about vaping, or it's coming up that so many kids are vaping in their school, or it just is as part of a conversation, it's brought up. You can really reinforce the importance of not ever starting a nicotine addiction, because especially with vaping, as we've learned, the nicotine content is so high that it becomes really, really easy for young people to get addicted. So it may be something that they only try it, you know, a time or two, and they already start feeling those effects of addiction. So you could prevent them from ever starting just by kind of sharing that information with them. Education would be really easy. So maybe you have, like I mentioned, that that aunt or uncle that smokes and they've tried to quit, but maybe they're not familiar with the Arkansas Be Well Quit Line. You can share that with them and let them know that they can get free counseling that can help them through the quitting process, and they can receive lots of information and support, and also maybe some therapies that in form of medication that can help them quit, and just educate them on Be Well, or educate some of your other family members that may be in high school that don't know about Project Prevent, and maybe they would want to start a chapter there. And that kind of falls into leadership as well. So if you're that person in your family that has this information, that is willing to promote tobacco and nicotine prevention and educate your family members on the importance of quitting or not ever starting, then you are being that leader. So I just kind of wanted to plug that, because it's going to be a while before we see you guys again. So just kind of think about Project Prevent during the break, and think about prevention, education, and leadership, and kind of what that means to you and how you can apply it. Okay, that was a little long-winded. We're doing good on time though. So Stephanie and I are still sharing our Bitmojis. We still haven't been anywhere. We're here in the office, and we do everything virtual, which I know you guys do too. And I know you're probably getting tired of being stuck behind your computers. We're hoping that in the spring, we're planning to do like a spring tour where maybe we can visit some of you guys, visit your school or your after school program or your church youth group, and maybe host like a short little event outside where we can get other kids involved in Project Prevent, help you recruit for your chapter, or just get kids to sign pledges to not use tobacco and nicotine, to not vape. We can do it as a digital pledge where they just scan a QR code with their phone. So we really just want to hopefully be able to get out and actually see you guys in the spring. So kind of keep an eye out for that. That's what we're going to be trying to set up for probably March and April, so we can actually see you guys. We're really proud of all the work that you've been doing. And like Stephanie mentioned, you're getting a ton of pictures, which is so awesome. Please keep sending those. and we'll keep sharing them as well. If you don't already follow us on Facebook and Instagram, if you may not have those platforms, but if you don't have that social media, but maybe your parents do, let them know. It's Project Prevent AR is our handle, and our website, projectpreventar.org. And of course, our contact information is here, and we are here in the office. So hit us up, give us a call, shoot us an email, and let us know if there's anything that we can help you with. And we're just really, really proud and thankful for all the work that you guys have done this school semester. I can't believe it's wrapping up.
December.
I know, and so many of you I know have had to quarantine from time to time, and some schools have closed for a couple of weeks at a time, but we're able to open back up. And I know it's just been the craziest year, but I'm really thankful that you guys were able to finish out an entire school semester this fall. I wasn't sure how it was going to look, and not only did you go to school, but you had several classmates that are virtual, but they still stayed and as part of Project Prevent, and you guys were still able to do events and activities, and you just made it work. And we're just very thankful and very proud of you guys this school semester. Really looking forward to the spring though.
Yes.
Better days
All right.
So we have a few minutes, and there are just a handful of people on live today. So if you have any questions or anything you want to share or add, you can unmute yourself, or you can type in the chat, either one. And we'll just give a couple of seconds for questions, a couple of minutes.
Hey, if I was listening to this, just the recording, I would have never known that there was so few of us on here.
Well, everyone is so busy. I know that's Tawana, and I see Stephanie's here, and Miss Crow is here. And I know that it is really hard for everyone to tune in at noon on Wednesday. So that's where the recording comes in really handy. But thank you guys. It does help to have a live audience. Well, okay, if you guys don't have anything else for us, it was a little bit of a short meeting today, but again, I'm just so thankful for all the work that you're doing. So happy that we could continue Project Prevent and our efforts through a global pandemic. You guys are amazing, and big thanks to your advisors for keeping it going. And we cannot wait to see what all everyone's able to do in the spring. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of the week.